right. So, this is the Full Thrust Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Dan.
And we're here to talk about PulseChain, cryptocurrency.
So, Will, tell us more about PulseChain.
PulseChain is a cryptocurrency. It's a new one created by Richard Hart. What essentially it does is it's a fork of Ethereum. If you ever use Ethereum or you use Ethereum now, you know gas prices are high, right?
Extremely high.
It's expensive to transact on the Ethereum network. You got when you're sending in a coin, if you're trying to buy a coin, if you're trying to stake a coin, you know the deal. We're not rich, we're poor. We're poor. So, like, it's mad expensive. So, you know, it's very, very expensive. So what Richard Hart is doing, if you're familiar with him, he is forking the Ethereum network and creating PulseChain out of it.
So, what makes you so excited about this PulseChain?
Very excited. I'm excited in multiple ways. First of all, Richard Hart made this coin called Hex. To understand PulseChain, we got to understand a little bit about Hex. Hex was created about 2 years ago, and everybody called it a scam. They said it was a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scam, everything under the sun.
Yeah.
But what this little coin did, and I'm not going to call it a little, won't disrespect it like that, but what this coin did was from all-time low to all-time high, it did 1,000,000%. So that's a 10,000x.
10,000x.
That means if you put $100, you would have $1 million.
But you know,
if you have all-time low to all-time high.
Some skeptics would say, 10,000x, it sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, it does. You know, it does sound too good to be true, but it actually happened. So you can look it up. I mean, you can look up Hex, hex.com. I think part of the reason why it did the 10,000x is because everybody thought it was a scam. So there was a lot of negative press about it. Nobody talked about it. All your favorite BitBoys, all your favorite crypto guys, what's the other guy? Altcoin dailies. Nothing. They either said nothing or negatives about it. So I think that helped it because the people that were in it, that believed in it, really believed in it, and it really started to pump.
Right.
So that was a super successful product. It's basically a blockchain CD. You lock up your funds into Hex. You stake out for up to 15 years, and you get paid interest based on how much you lock up and how much you lock up.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't want to go too much into Hex. It's a complicated project, but it's not really. It's easy to understand. There's a lot to talk about with that. But the reason why I bring that up is because PulseChain was created for the Hex community pretty much because they were getting killed on fees. So with Hex, once you stake and then you unstake, there's a fee to stake, there's a fee to unstake, there's a fee to trade, and it just got astronomical. It started off low. And now it's super high. I mean, I've traded Hex, I've bought some, and just to trade it, it's been like $40 to $100. And gas prices are a real problem. So Richard Hart said if ever Ethereum starts screwing its users with the high fees or whatever, he's going to fork it. So there have been forks of Ethereum in the past. In fact, Ethereum itself is a fork of Ethereum. The Ethereum we know now was a fork of what is known today as Ethereum Classic.
What was the original Ethereum?
Ethereum Classic now. The one that I bought by accident a couple times because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Ethereum Classic, you can buy it on Robinhood. It's an old blockchain. Nobody really builds on it as much anymore. Nobody builds on it like Ethereum does. But Ethereum was forked from Ethereum Classic, and that's what we have now. But it's just become super expensive. So imagine as you will. I'm not going to make this too complicated. Let me just make it simple for you. Imagine you got a highway, a freeway, whatever, highway in your town. And in that highway, you got, variations of prices depending on the time of day. So in the morning, when there's a lot of traffic and everything, it's, 25 cents. Go through the toll. My bad. No, it's not 25 cents. It's like $25.
Right. Yeah.
And then when there's nothing going on, like in the middle of the day when everybody's at lunch or chilling at their office, it's like 25 cents, right? So just imagine that exponentially increasing. So a $25 fee, everybody's cool with it, but then it goes to 50, it goes to 100, it goes to 150. What PulseChain is doing, it's creating a parallel, right? A parallel road where the fees are going to be almost nothing in the beginning. They're going to be cheap. The lanes are going to be wider and the streets are going to be clearer. And in fact, what they're going to be doing, what makes me so excited about it, is that they're copying the entire system state over. Which means that in my car example, my really terrible car example, your car that you're on the highway with your car is gonna get a copy on the new highway that's fresher, cleaner, faster, easier to use, and cheaper, right? Oh, did I say cheaper already? Whatever. You're gonna get a copy on that other highway, and then you're just gonna be able to zoom past if you choose to. You can stay on the Ethereum highway, you can stay on the high price highway if you like it, but now you have a choice. Richard Hart is building you a brand new highway and giving you a copy of your car. I guess that's the easiest way I can explain it.
Right. I actually took a look of the gas prices right now. For a regular transfer on the Ethereum network, it's $25. Uniswap is $77, and then to add or remove liquidity, it's $68.
That's a lot of money, and that's money that most people don't have. Honestly, it's PulseChain is coming to fix that. And by fix that, by taking Ethereum users, you're going to take them right off the network. Coins that can't operate anymore, and coins that are just fed up with the fees, like gaming tokens or metaverse tokens, things that take up a lot of gas fee. Let's come over to PulseChain. Well, you can come if you want.
So you say the system state is getting copied over. What about NFTs?
Yeah, NFTs are getting copied too. You got an NFT on on Ethereum, it's getting copied. The whole thing is getting copied. Imagine a mirror at the time of the fork, everything's going to get copied over. Now, you might be asking yourself, this sounds pretty good. How do I get myself into PulseChain?
How do you get in?
You can't yet. You can't right now. This is late. We just made this. This is our first podcast. So
you're talking about this wonderful thing and we can't get it?
We can't get it now. No. It was there was a thing called a sacrifice period where you could sacrifice different coins. Sent to an address that you have no expectations of.
Right.
And it was for freedom of speech. So a few months ago, when was it? July, yeah. It was July. So for freedom of speech, you could sacrifice your coins, you could sacrifice your XRP, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your whatever you wanted. Any whatever coins that were listed under the PulseChain.com or PulseChain.info website. It told you what kind of coins you could sacrifice. You sacrifice for freedom of speech. You're put on a list, depending on, and you're ranked depending on how much you've sacrificed. Those sacrifice dollars turn into sacrifice points. And then somewhere, some person, some entity will look at that list and may or may not have the same values of you and may or may not drop you some coins in the wallet you sacrificed from. The reason why I say that is because it's a sacrifice. Those coins are no longer yours. But it was the way to get in. It's the potential way to get into PulseChain. I just think it's a way around,
right.
law.
I mean, the interesting thing is people are still sacrificing, even though I've heard you get a bad rate for PulseChain.
Yeah, so what it started at is $1, in the beginning was $1 would equal 10,000 Pulse points. And then now it's like, what is it now? I don't have the chart with me, but it's like almost like 50 cents or 60 cents for one Pulse.
About,
yeah, it's like, it's crazy. It's like super expensive. People are still sacrificing their money to something that the sacrifice is over. So the sacrifice date had a hard end date, but people, for whatever reason, kept sacrificing. They just kept weeks afterwards. And then Richard Hart basically went on his podcast and said, I'm going to show you guys mercy. You're going to still get sacrifice points for your sacrifices even after the sacrifice was done. So I failed to mention, even by saying it goes up, now that it's really, like, Pulse is very expensive to sacrifice for. So it started off at 1 for 10,000, but after the first 5 days, it would go up 5%. The rate would go up 5%. So 10,000 would be like $1.05, and then so on and so forth. So you see how that can ramp up. And people are still doing it. People are still sacrificing to this thing, but you can't sacrifice anymore. There is a sacrifice that is open on PulseX.com.
What's that? What's PulseX?
PulseX is going to be the DEX, the decentralized exchange for the PulseChain network, also by Richard Hart. So a lot of people are mad, like, hey, I sacrificed my PulseChain for PulseChain. I gave up all my money. Now I got to sacrifice for PulseX. And I'm like, yeah, they're two different products. They do two different things. One is the blockchain, and one is the DEX, decentralized exchange, that's going to allow you to swap coins, provide liquidity, do some staking probably. I don't know. We don't know what it is yet. We haven't seen exactly what it is yet, but everyone has it. If you look on Ethereum, that's a Uniswap. If you look on the BSC network, That's a pancake swap where you can do all those things. So they're two different products. Yeah, they're owned by the same guy, or they're started by the same guy, but we can't expect that, the money that we sacrifice for PulseChain is going to go to PulseX. They're two different things. If Steve Jobs created another company, he said, I got Amazon, and he's making billions, and he said, I'm going to make a new company, a trucking company out of Amazon, like separate. It's called like Amazon X. And then he wanted people to invest. He'll definitely get people to invest in that. It's kind of crazy to say, hey, just use your Amazon profits. No, it's two different things. So PulseX you can sacrifice for right now. The rate is going up, but it continues. When does it continue till? Do you have that information?
I believe it continues until February 25th.
Yeah, February 25th. So there was a 10-day period where it stayed 1 to 10,000 points, and now it's been going up every day. So there's been a lot of sacrificing for that. If you just look at Ethereum, it's almost $1 billion that got sacrificed just for Ethereum.
So one interesting thing I've heard from listening to Richard Hart is that he will allow, a day before Pulse or PulseX comes out, PulseChain comes out, he'll allow transfers between PulseX and Pulse.
Yeah.
So you can potentially swap your coins a day before both of them come out.
Yeah.
Would you recommend that to anyone?
I wouldn't recommend anything. Don't listen to me.
Not financial advice.
No, I don't. Don't listen to what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff. I'm just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. But I don't know. I mean, we don't know what the ratio is going to be between Pulse and PulseX. It depends on the supply. Because a few days before the bridge opens up, where people can put in real money into our system, we're going to have a PulseX. PulseX is going to be open. You can swap coins, but honestly, that just seems scary to me. You start swapping this for this, swapping that for this. I don't know. I'm not going to touch it. I did my sacrifices, and I'm just going to keep it as is, and then just see what happens. I know it's going to be a frenzy when it opens up, but it's just going to be something I'm not going to really touch. But we just wanted to talk about PulseChain. I'm super excited. You asked me my question. The original question was, why am I so excited about it? And it's because of the system state copy. So I'm sure that you guys or me or who's ever listening to this has some coins that were on the Ethereum network. I'm talking Shiba. I'm talking Chainlink.
Yep.
I'm talking, what else we got? USDC. Decentraland. Mana. I know you guys got some coins. What's going to happen is that you're going to get a copy on the PulseChain network. So, you're going to be like, okay, it's going to start at 0. Like, if I have a bag of mana, like 1 million mana, I'm going to get 1 million mana on PulseChain.
Right, but the real question is, what is it at worth?
Yeah, we don't know. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. We don't know what's going to be worth. It could be worth nothing.
So the copy started 0.
It started 0 until somebody bridges in some money and starts trading them.
Okay.
So I'm talking about, like, if it was me and I got 1 million... that's not many. I was going to say Shiba. I got 1 trillion Shiba, and then I got the Shiba on the PulseChain network. Listen, I'm going to look at it and say, hey, I got to do something with this. This is free coins that you're getting. So they might have value. I don't know. We don't know. The market decides it.
Do you foresee any coins becoming equal value on PulseChain and Ethereum?
I mean, the only one I would say is probably Hex.
Hex.
I'd say Hex because it's Richard Hart's project, right? So his project is Hex. Well, it's a finished product. Excuse me.
Okay.
Hex, right? And then you got, it's going to be on PulseChain. PulseChain was created for Hex. They like to say, I know Richard Hart always says, oh, there's no advantage to Hexicans or the people that own Hex. But it was created for people. It was created for Hex. It was created for them, Hex, right, because the fees were too high. And he said it himself, he don't like seeing cheap Hex anywhere. So whatever he's going to do, I don't know. I trust in his process because it's worked already. 1 million X. Not 1 million X, mish. 10,000 X, 1,000,000%. I think Hex is going to be one because he's going to support it on both chains. Another one, Trust Swap, right?
Trust Swap.
That guy, I heard that guy. I don't know him. I don't know his name. But if you look up Trust Swap, that one, the dude said it was going to be supported on there. So that's one that's going to be supported for sure. But it's hard to say which ones. A lot of these coins have something called admin keys where they could just shut it down. So I don't think it's a good idea because if you're giving people free stuff like Chainlink,
right,
and they have an Oracle, if Chainlink says, yeah, we don't want to operate on the PulseChain network, that's cool, but then you're taking away millions of people own Chainlink, right? Yourself included, you all own Chainlink, and they say, hey, we're going to shut it down. You're not getting your free PulseChain tokens, and those PulseChain tokens have the potential to be something, then I think they have a problem on their hands. So I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I know if you take away free money from people, I think they're going to be upset.
So are you more excited on these PulseChain copies we're going to get for these coins, or are you more excited for maybe any projects that are being built on PulseChain right now?
Oh no, I don't know any projects that are being built on PulseChain. I don't know. I mean, I gotta see. I mean, you know how it is. You know, there's gonna be like scams out there talking about, we got all the Pulse whatevers. They're gonna come over.
Put Pulse in the name.
Yeah, they're gonna Pulse in the name, and they're gonna steal it. They're gonna steal the logo. And they're gonna go in and say, hey, we're Pulse. We're Pulse Saturn, Pulse Mars, dude. What's up?
I'd buy
Pulse Titan. They're gonna mooch off of that, and they're gonna rug pull your ass. There's gonna be a lot of scams, just like there's a lot of scams on BSC. There's a lot of scams on Ethereum, so there's gonna be scams. So I'm not really excited about any project yet until I look at it. Oh, wait, I messed up. No, I am excited about
wait and see approach.
No, I'm excited about one. I forgot. Liquid loans.
Oh, liquid loans.
Yeah,
so you're shilling liquid loans.
Not shilling it. I'm excited about it. But that's for another video. Liquid loans. What am I talking about now? That's for another video. We're talking about liquid loans.
Oh, boy.
We can't talk about liquid loans now. We're talking about PulseChain. So PulseChain gets system state copy. It's faster. Oh, and we're switching over to proof of stake, not proof of work.
Proof of stake.
Yeah. So that's going to be faster, cleaner, doesn't hurt the environment, I guess. I don't know too much about this, but I know that it's going to be faster, cheaper, cleaner, and we're going to all get a copy, system state copy. That's huge. That's never been done before.
So let me ask
I'm
you
really
this.
bullish on it. I'm really happy about it. But again, it's not financial advice. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I just want to let you know of PulseChain. And then I could brag about it when it's really good. And it turns out to be a massive success. I could come back here and I say, hey, I told you back then.
Right.
You have any thoughts about PulseChain?
I think it's an interesting project. I try to lean more towards the conservative stance on things. I know PulseChain has a great community, leaning on the Hexakin community, which came through from Hex. And the issue I have with a lot of predictions and anticipations of this new PulseChain is that a lot of people are thinking it's going to do a 10,000x, and just because Hex did it doesn't mean PulseChain is going to do it. It can do it too, but it can go higher. What are your thoughts on what you think is going to happen with PulseChain?
Yeah. I mean, you look at Hex. Everybody's like, I'm not missing this one. That's the whole point. That's why it's getting so much attention. People are like, Hex did 10,000x. I think PulseChain going to do 10,000x. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it's going to do. Wait,
we'll see.
It may do better.
My
expectations are in check. I just really like it. I just look at all these other blockchains that got released. We talk about Phantom, BSC, Solana, all of these forks of Ethereum. They all pumped. So I'm gonna, why wouldn't we pump? And then what separates us from them, or I'm saying us, what separates PulseChain from all the other ones is the system state copy.
Right.
Now you're gonna have people that, hey, try. But imagine you got a PlayStation 5. And then they just gave you all the PlayStation 4 games on there. That's a bad example too, but I'm just saying, like, you have games already that you can play. You got coins already that you can mess with. It's not starting off blank slate. It's having coins on it. That's going to be huge for it. I don't like making price predictions because I just don't know. I just pull them out of my butt like everyone else. Anybody that says they're going to be a price prediction, they're giving me a price prediction is BS. Ain't nobody giving you real price predictions. It's nonsense. Every price prediction I heard about everything has been wrong. Maybe like one or two people.
Well, yeah, you think that what would the debut price be? It could be at the sacrifice amount for anyone that sacrificed, or it could be much lower than that.
See, I don't know. I would say it would be at the sacrifice amount, but the thing is people are still sacrificing. And they're so hungry to get Pulse. Sure. They're so thirsty that they're still sacrificing. So, who knows what it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it debuted at a penny, which would be insane.
Whoa, that would be...
like 100x, right?
100x, right?
Yeah, that'd be 100x from the people that sacrificed in the very beginning. 100x. I don't know. I just know that people are really, really excited about this project. And the one factor that makes price pump is people buying it. People buying it. People excited and people buying it, telling their friends, buying more of it, sacrificing, getting your mom involved, get your dad involved, get your kids, get your wife, everything. And then that's how it pumps.
Even you can tell by the excitement around PulseX. This is $1 billion.
I think what a lot of people are doing, they're going to take, like you said before, they're going to take their PulseX and they're going to swap it for Pulse, I think, which I don't know about that. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think bringing in fresh money, fresh powder, is probably the better way to go if you're going to do that. But, hey, I don't know. I could be wrong, too. I just, with that, I'm super scared to trade the two.
I think so, too. But I think the exciting part is to see what the ratio would be.
Yeah.
To see how many people value Pulse or how many people value PulseX.
Yeah, because it's all made up, right? It's going to be made up. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, well, the ratio, it's going to be determined by the people.
Right.
You can say if it's 10 to 1, 20 to 1, I doubt 1 to 1, 5 to 1, whatever. But it's going to be determined by the people.
So if you don't think it's 1 to 1, which coin do you think is going to be more popular?
What do you mean, for the long term?
No, I mean for the ratio. You don't think it's going to be 1 to 1. So do you think it's going to be...
I think PulseChain is going to be more popular.
PulseChain is going to be more
demand.
demand.
They're going to be into more demand. I think so, yeah. Because if you look if you look at it historically, blockchains have always performed better than the DEX, decentralized exchange. I don't like using acronyms too much because I don't know any of this stuff. I didn't know a lot of this stuff earlier, so I want to just spell it out so people know what I'm saying. Because you use too many acronyms, you get lost in the sauce. We don't want to get lost in the sauce. We're just giving you information about PulseChain. So check it out. Go to PulseChain.com, right, for more information. Then you want to go to Telegram. They got a Telegram also. It's a PulseChain Telegram. And PulseX.com, right? PulseX.com.
That's it.
Yeah, go to PulseX.com for more info. Follow Richard Hart on YouTube and on Twitter. Just listen to what this guy has to say. I mean, he's super, super smart. He can explain PulseChain and all that stuff a lot better than us in more detail. We just wanted to give our 2 cents about it. I think it's going to be a really good project. Put me down for a penny. Put me down for a penny debut.
Penny debut.
Yeah, penny debut. People are probably going to ask when it's coming out. Last time we heard it said about 2 months.
He said that 2 months ago.
He did. 2 months has been the running joke because he's always been saying about 2 months or 5 weeks. But he gave a checklist of all the things that have been done already. I mean, it looks pretty much finished. They just have to, we want it to come out perfect.
Right.
I don't mind waiting. I don't care. I've been waiting my entire life.
Right.
So I want it to come out perfect. If it comes out, with some bugs and stuff, they're gonna be like, I knew it. That Richard Hart, he got us again. He never got us yet. But these haters that are calling Hex a scam that have been disproven would love to see Pulse fail because they're gonna be like, you can see, told you. So we want it to come out perfect, like as perfect as possible. Nothing's perfect, but as close to perfect as possible. I want it to look good. I want it to be nice. I want it to be fresh.
Yeah.
Cherry. So maybe in 2 months it's coming out. I don't know. Keep an eye on it. It's a project you should probably keep an eye on. It looks good to me. We gave all the reasons, right?
Yeah.
PulseChain.com, PulseX.com, Richard Hart. Does it richardhart.com? Okay, go to Richard Hart on YouTube. Look him up, man. This guy's good. Look, he takes a little time to get used to. He's kind of abrasive a little bit, but if you can move past a little bit of that, you'll see that he's really, really smart, man. He's probably the most honest person in cryptocurrency because all these nice guys that are smiling in your face are ready to rug pull you or sell you some crap, exchange garbage, or shilling their own course or something. That's all nonsense. He don't do any of that stuff. I respect that. I enjoy it, and I think it's good. I think he's a good dude. You gotta do your research. Do your research.
Do your own research.
Do your own research. Look, don't listen to us. Just do your own research. I think it's gonna be big. Again, it's not financial advice, but he's gonna be good. We'll probably have another follow-up video to this. Talking about some of the intricacies of PulseChain. Maybe a topic here, a topic there, but I'm just telling you what an overview of it is. Fork of Ethereum, fee burning, right? Fee burning. That means it's deflationary. So we're going to start with a high supply, and then every transaction, there's going to be a fee that's burned. 25% of the transaction fee is going to be burnt, gone forever. And that's going to benefit us because the deflationary token that's high usage and high demand,
right,
it's gonna, that's just gonna do wonders for us. So I think we covered everything on PulseChain. I like it. Check it out. Look, if you like this video, share this video, like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're the Full Thrust Podcast. We're just starting out. We're gonna give you everything, all the topics, from crypto to movie, whatever. We're gonna just talk about whatever. We don't care. We're just talking about everything. So we're gonna give you the full thrust. So again, if you like it, share it, subscribe, and we're out with the full thrust.
Peace.